Hey, this is Jenny Jones, Digital Growth Hacks Club. All right, so for your Wednesday winner, right, I had to take a look at all the tools that dropped off. Found out that Crumble is owned by another private company that we had already had here already, but that's another story for another day. All right, so the tool that got my attention, I pulled all these three off the shelf: ZCal, Lazybird, and Startups.com, right? And I didn't get a chance to get into Lazy Bird, but I did get a chance to get into ZCal. And once I got into ZCal, spent more time with it. ZCal is in fact my Wednesday winner, right? So I want to make this very, very quick and brief, and tell you the reason why I think it is my Wednesday winner. So, but there is one thing that was, how do we say, glaringly different, and that may be a problem for some. But other than that, I think this is an excellent tool. So again, it's another calendar tool. It's no different than Calendly or TidyCal. It does have one advantage over TidyCal, right? It has two advantages over TidyCal, and I'll just get to those right away. So as you see right here, you're going to get no ZCal branding. So when you do the TidyCal, there is limited, even when you do the higher version, there is limited branding on TidyCal. So one thing you need to know about AppSumo tools is there's always some type of branding on them. And that's that's their business. You can't hate the player. You really have to hate the game. But if they're going to give you a tool very inexpensive, it's going to somehow refer or reference back to AppSumo, which that's what they do, right? And so, but this has no ZCal branding. It does when a person confirms an appointment. You will see a light. It doesn't say light branding, but it is going to say, hey, create your own. So that was one of the things that I thought was off a little bit, but it's no big deal. I mean, Calendly, everybody does the same thing. So anyway, so on the landing page and all that, there is no branding or anything like that. One of the other, so let me tell you the first thing. So that was one of the things, no branding, right? So one of the other things was you can do unlimited connected calendars, whereas on TidyCal, I think you can only do 25 calendars. And this is not a big deal, but if you run multiple brands, I so happen to run multiple brands, I like to connect to multiple calendars at different times. So this is very important. I don't know if it's that important. Who needs unlimited calendars? And we're really, TidyCal is giving you maybe 25 is really all you really need. But this is if this is a big deal for you. So you have this, right? But one last thing and one major point. I just think you need to know. After I show you this, I'm going to show you one of my landing pages. I'm not going to get into too much details because everywhere I show you on everywhere I show you on ZCal, it's hard for me to do a video because my link keeps showing up everywhere. So I didn't want that. I didn't want everybody going to my links and connecting to my calendar and all that. So it's just really difficult for me to do a walkthrough of this tool. So I will give you some insights to it. And again, like I said, I will take you to the landing page so you'll be able to see that. So one of the things that so let me tell you one more advantage that you have over TidyCal. Because I just kind of want to a lot of people say, well, do I really need this? I have TidyCal. TidyCal embeds the calendar, but they use JavaScript, right? This particular embed uses iframe, which is widely accepted. A lot of platform makers will say, I'd rather drop you in an iframe than allow you to drop your own code or your own JavaScript, or it could be malicious. So I found that it's more applicable and can be embedded almost anywhere with an iframe, right? Any type of, whether it be Sweet Dash or any of those, Intensio, anything, you can drop this in zero problems, like zero, because iframes are widely accepted, whereas TidyCal only uses JavaScript. So that's another. So there's three advantages that you have over TidyCal. And again, don't go putting up your TidyCal just yet, because I'm going to give you one last point at the end that's going to say, can't do that. So let's finish going through it. So let's talk about their integrations. So they have Google Calendar, Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, Outlook, Outlook Calendar, and Zoom, right? So they also have they don't have a good, you can't, their integrations, you have those, and then you have a couple of other integrations. Let me go over those. Let me look at them really quick here. You do have Stripe payment integration, so you can do a pay. You know, people could you can charge people to get onto your calendar, and then that goes a direct integration. And they don't take a cut, which I think nowadays some of the new tools coming out, they're wanting to get a cut of your pay, your Stripe payment. You're like, man, Stripe just went up on their deals, and so they're getting a larger cut. And now other people want to cut. Well, ZCal doesn't take a cut for that. So I just thought you should know that. They also have Zapier, which I know no Sumoling uses Zapier, right? They just don't use it. We have so many other tools, whether it's we like webhooks, and we like Pabbly Connect, some of the other things there. So if we have webhooks, we can go in anywhere else we want to go. They don't have webhooks. I think that would be the one disappointment that they have. And with that being said, let me show you my landing page, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you the reason why you can't just put your TidyCal up yet. So this is my landing page. Just made a really quick landing page. Let me see if I can turn on the system, so you can hear the system audio here. So just you can take a look at what's going on. So as soon as the person lands on my page, they can say, hey, and I can set up a couple of different ones here, 30-minute, 1 hour, what have you. So a person comes here, they click on this and says, hey, I can't wait to meet with you. Thank you for setting an appointment with me. I am always honored and grateful when people set appointments with me, but I can't wait till we get started. See you at our meeting. So I don't know if you're able to hear that, but this is a nice touch. That having a video on here, maybe a welcoming message or something like that, then a person's able to click here, set the meeting, and so on and so forth. So just like any other calendar meeting, what I thought was very unique and what they do is you can have different meeting types and have different videos for different meeting types. So for example, you might want to, for your 30-minute meeting, you might want to have a certain video. And then for your hour meetings, you might want to have a certain video. So you can have one for each one, right? So this video piece is a very nice touch. I think that's the only true separator. And then the landing page is pretty clean and crisp here. And then once you click in, you go to the meeting, a person can then come and you'll see there's evidently no ZCal branding or anything like this. I think on my Hackpack TV, I think I hacked this with 2 other tools. You get an opportunity to take a look at that. If you have Hackpack TV, I got to get that uploaded for you. But, and then you just set your appointments as normal. A person says, hey, you know what? Let me set this for Friday. So a person comes there, sets that up for Friday. Now, what happens is, let me see if I could, no, I'm not going to be able to show you that. But what happens is once a person sets the appointment like anything else, it says, hey, if you want to cancel, click here. If you want to reschedule, click here. That's in a normal messaging. But this has one that says, hey, get your own. It uses that person's email and it says, hey, get your own email at ZCal, right? And so that's it's a slight marketing, but it's not overbearing. I don't think it's bad. Actually, I don't even think it's bad at all. I don't even mind them trying to get going in there as well. Let me see if there's any other elements I can share with you, because like every page, it shows my web address and my calendar. And I just don't want to do that for simple YouTube. People start spamming me, the weirdest stuff starts happening. So let me see if there's something else I can show you before I tell you one of the things that I was just okay with. So give me 1 second. I know you can actually do the availability here. You can set your times here for availability, or you can add specific date, hours. So I thought that was pretty good. I think they all really do that. It has a team aspect as well. So let me tell you one of the disadvantages of ZCal. But other than that, I think ZCal is a very solid offering, definitely for the price. What I would do is the price is going to increase in 5 days. So you might want to take advantage of this and go ahead and get in. I think one of the things they had is, let me show you their Let me show you they have a scheduling conflict. Let me show you that. And this is the first time I've ever seen that in a tool. Give me 1 second. So inside, when you're setting up each one of the landing pages, you could upload your own photo. You can upload your own video. I think it's a 30-second video. Or you can just record on the screen and record. The one I just showed you was I was recording to their screen, and I guess it saves on their server, and you can change your theme and everything here. But let me show you one last feature that they have, which I thought was pretty unique. Yeah, I thought they have this what's called troubleshooting, it's called troubleshooting availability. You can see that right here. While the white blocks represent times that are available to book on your invite calendar, the blue blocks represent times that are blocked. They may be blocks due to calendar. So what you can do is they give you a troubleshoot. So you can troubleshoot. You just have this ability to kind of troubleshoot and say, hey, this is not working, or people can't book. So I thought this was a nice little unique feature. So let me go back here. So let me tell you one of the things that, while this is a good product, I actually think this is worth anyone's purchase of a tier 1 just to have a calendar invite. If you're using TidyCal, there's nothing wrong with TidyCal. You just can't embed it everywhere because that's JavaScript. Unless there's a direct connection that allow the JavaScript. There are some tools that I think I've partnered with AppSumo to allow them to embed. This one has an iframe, so you can almost embed it anywhere. One of the things that, as I wrap up, the biggest thing that I have a problem with this tool is if you use Google a lot and use a Google Calendar, then you're not going to have a problem with your contacts. So if someone's contacting you from outside, you never know, never met them before, or anything like that, then this tool may not be as advantageous. It still is my Wednesday winner, but that's the only one thing on it. And they said they're working on it is you can't really get your contacts out. The only way you can get them out is Zapier, and we don't really use Zapier. But one of the things you cannot do, it doesn't have a way you can export, right? And when we look at TidyCal, you do have an export, right? You can have all the contacts and all that. So if I were to use it too, right, this would give me more, if people knew me and I already had relationships with them, or already have met them before, then this is a safe calendar to give out. But for a person that's never met you before ever, and it's just a calendar link that you have, I don't know that this is going to benefit you as well. And the reason why is because you can't, if I never met you, you come to my website, you says, hey, Jenny, I want to meet with you. Never met you, but I know I like what you're doing and what have you. Oh, okay, that's fine. I can't give them my ZCal because I can't get their information out, right? There's no way. I don't have an export. At least I didn't see one. So I could be wrong. But I looked everywhere and I didn't see one. And I think what they'll tell you when you ask them is, oh, well, you can get the contacts out to your Google Calendar, your Google Meet, or anything like that. Yeah, but if I'm not in a Google platform at all, then I'd have to use Zapier. But if I don't use Zapier, then there's no other way I can get the contact out. So if you're John Doe, you connected me, I can't get that out. But that's no reason. But again, this is, and if I purchase this, this deserves at least a tier 1 purchase from you, just for the mere fact you can do the video meeting, and that's something that you wanted to do, and you can embed it anywhere because it has an iframe. This is the iframe calendar, and that's different. That's a lot different than using a TidyCal with the JavaScript embed. Two totally different animals. So I just thought you should know that. It has been Jenny Jones. Hopefully you liked the ZCal, but ZCal did make my list. They have 7 reviews here, all 5-star, 5 taco. because it's not a bad tool. It's very well built. And again, they have that video feature. Well, this plays next to the calendar. You can show it, and you can actually show your layout a couple of different ways too. You can have the video play here, of a person's phone, and then they can see at the bottom the actual calendar. Or this is on a desktop mode here. So, or you can show with a photo. Like I said, it can just be a photo here, and then you can do that, and you can change the whole theme and the color because that's the accent. And you can change the theme. You can make it all beige and then have that pink. So you can change that and then change your button as well. But other than that, and it tells you purpose where it's going to meet at, shows up on your calendar. You get your reminders. You can set customized reminders. And so yeah, this is not bad. It's not a bad tool. I would definitely pick it up. But TidyCal, I'm not ready to toss my cat. This cannot replace TidyCal just yet. And again, TidyCal does the JavaScript embeds, which are not universally accepted. And they also do light branding with that. But if you don't want any branding on with this, and then another thing is a lot of people get caught up with having a domain and all that, CNAME and all that. Don't get concerned with that because as long as a person can book a calendar with you, they're fine. So I wouldn't, that is not a showstopper for me. The only showstopper for me is exporting my actual contacts out. That's the only showstopper for me. And it's not a major one, but it is relevant. All right. You guys have been great. You guys take care. Again, this is my Wednesday winner. Love it. You guys take care. Goodbye for now.